Hey guys, Kenny with UglyTent. Today I wanted to talk about bushcraft on a budget or a bushcraft tarp on the cheap. This is a new product I got from a company I'm not familiar with, Free Soldier. I don't know where it's made. I can't even read the writing. I got it and I'm going to give you a quick review on it, and then I'm going to go a couple days from now and actually try it out. But what I wanted to do was show you that you can start bushcrafting or become a bushcrafter with minimal expense. I know that is one of the key points to bushcraft, and it's part of the allure of bushcraft, is knowing that you can go out and spend a couple nights in the woods or live in the woods and for a couple days at a time and really enjoy it and not have to spend a lot of money. You know, not everybody has the money to buy a Healyburg tent. I understand. So I got this Free Soldier tarp. It is a little heavier than what I wanted, but again, I didn't want to spend a lot of money. This was $42.99 on Amazon, and with Prime it ships for free. It weighs about 2 pounds, maybe a little more, but it's 10 by 10. I think it's actually 10.5 by 9.5, real close to that. But anyway, it's plenty big. I was practicing setting it up in my backyard. I set up different configurations. I set up the form of the wedge, which I really like, and I think that's what I'm going to use on my next video, on the actual overnight video. And also I set it up in a A-frame for a good hammock configuration. It's got plenty of room. It's got a lot of tie-outs. That's what sold me on it, was the amount of tie-outs it has on it. It has a lot of webbing and different tie-out points. And for that price, that was the best I could find. Now, there may be others, but man, I researched and researched, and that was the best one I could find for that price. But it came in this little bag, which I'll probably reuse. I like reusing stuff. And it came with a stuff sack, and then the tarp itself. It had rope. It came with some real nice cordage. Now, this is not paracord. It doesn't have the inner cord in there, the inner fibers. It's just a mantle. And it came with some guy line buttons. And that's it. But you know, for $42.99, that's not bad. That's a nice little setup. And like I said, I'm going to go out in the field and actually use it and show you how well it does and see how it performs. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was, keeping it on a budget, keeping it cheap, was using jute twine. This has become part of my favorite part of my kit. I love the jute twine for many reasons. It's all natural. It will disintegrate. If you cut a piece off and you leave it in the woods, you don't have to worry about it. So the all-natural cordage is a very good option. And Walmart started carrying, and I'm sure other stores do too, Walmart started carrying it in green. Love the green. And this small roll of jute twine, which is 190 feet, was I think $1.97. But for guy lines and just using it to tie stuff down, you can also wad it up and use it for tinder. It makes a great tinder material. So it has more than one use, which in my book is a must. I love gear that has more than one use. Another thing I found at Walmart is Coughlin's aluminum stakes. These things are very lightweight. They got a nice little pull on them to pull them on the ground. And if you don't want to use the white, obviously you can use the hole and run some of that black cordage through it. It's got the cutouts, the notches, which I really like. And these are only 78 cents a piece. And then get you a survival blanket, a cheapo survival blanket. You can get those for, what, $1? This has become one of my favorite items here, and this is the Survive Outdoor Longer emergency blanket, survival blanket. And this was $4. Let's see, $3.56 on Amazon. And I have used the heck out of it. The great thing about this versus this is that you can reuse this. This you pretty much can't. It's a one-time use. Now, if you're really trying to save money, another good option is to use or buy a good poncho. A nice poncho that you can use as a shelter. And you've seen that I've used this. I know that I can use this for a shelter. I've done it numerous times. I actually enjoy using this for a shelter and spending the night in it. It is small. It doesn't cover as much as a good tarp, but you've got a multi-purpose item here. Now you've got your poncho, your rain gear, your pack cover, You've got all kinds of uses for this poncho / shelter. So my point is, you can get started in on bushcraft or get a inexpensive bushcraft tarp setup for about 50 bucks. And that's not bad. Buy a piece at a time. This is stuff that you can use on other trips. You know, it's reusable. So I hope this was somewhat helpful and informative. Stay tuned to my channel for the upcoming video where I test out the Free Soldier tarp. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.